Hi, Jesse with Etrailer. Today we'll be taking a look at and I'll show you how to install the TireMinder A1AS TPMS for RV and trailers on our 2014 Thor Hurricane. Adding a system like the TireMinder to your RV or trailer is a really good idea. It's going to help you monitor not only the pressure of all your tires, but also the temperature in all the tires, just to prevent any possible failures in those tires. And it's definitely something that you don't want to happen while you're out on the road. The kit will come with 10 tire sensors, a signal booster that needs to be installed to the battery, and the monitor. The monitor comes with a nice suction cup mount and is magnetic on the back. Like I said, there's going to be 10 tire sensors. They come with batteries. They actually come with more than enough batteries, so you have extras in case one dies. These sensors are going to be brass and waterproof and dustproof. Here is the signal booster or repeater. It extends the signal for the monitor. In our case, we have a longer RV today, and we also have sensors on the towed vehicle, so it helps to have this extender. Also, you have to install this extender with this kit because otherwise the system will not work. As for the monitor itself, it's a really high quality LCD monitor that's super easy to read, and when you lose pressure in a tire, it will not only give you the alert on screen, but will also beep at you, which is really nice, so you don't have to constantly be staring at the screen to make sure your tires are good. You can also go in through the menus and set up, because of course all RVs or towed vehicles are going to want different PSIs in all their tires, so you can go in, set what you want, set the minimum and maximum for when the alerts go on, and you can also set this up through a free app on your phone, and it also works with CarPlay. One last thing with the monitor, it does have an internal battery, so you will need to keep it charged. As you can see, it has a USB port down here, and included with the kit is a 12 volt with a USB cord. Just for an example, if you were to have a pressure loss in one of your tires, I'll just uninstall one of these caps real quick. And then the monitor is in the cab right now. It is beeping and giving us a warning. And once I reinstall it, so I'm simulating filling the tire back up, it will stop beeping and it will give you the pressure. All in all, I think adding a system like this TireMinder system here to your RV is a really good idea. You're going to be hitting the road a lot on your RV, and especially with a flat towed vehicle, it makes it kind of difficult just to keep track of all 10 tires. Whereas when you have a system like this, it's all in one spot. If anything starts to go wrong, it's going to alert you right there. And as far as install goes, it's super easy. It's just a matter of getting that signal booster hooked up to your battery, finding a good mounting location for it, getting your monitor into learn mode, and then screwing a bunch of valve stem caps on. It's easy as that. So if you want to see how we set up ours today, stick around, follow this video. Our first step of our installation will be to install our signal booster, and this will need to connect to one of our house batteries. So locate your house batteries where they're at. We'll just need to work off one of them. The signal booster comes with these alligator clips attached, which I don't really trust, being that there's going to be vibrations and all that under here, and it's also not completely permanent. So I don't trust these to stay on at all times. So what I like to do is just cut these alligator clip ends off and add ring terminals. So that's what I'll do at this point. So just slide this little rubber boot down, because I want to keep as much wire as possible. Cut that off. Get that off and strip the end. And I'll get my ring terminal crimped down. I'll do that with the red wire and the black wire, and then I'll connect those to the battery. So I have both ring terminals crimped on. You'll see I kept the colored rubber pieces just to distinguish which one is positive and which one's ground, as both the wires are black, so it's hard to tell otherwise. So we'll get here. This is where I'll be installing them onto our battery. You'll see this neighbor already has a couple accessories plugged in to the same post, but that's fine. This is where our ground will go. Before you hook this up, you'll want to make sure that you have a large enough hole to slide your little box down. As you can see, we have a large hole here. If you don't have a hole that large where your battery is, you'll probably have to send the wires up through it. But we'll get both of these installed, and then I'll show you how I ran the transmitter. So here's the hole that we came out under the battery. I ran the wire along. I had to use some loom clamps because there's not really anything to zip tie onto. And then I brought it all the way back here and mounted it in the furthest back position that I could get to with some self-tapping screws. Now at this point we're ready to install our batteries into our valve stem cap sensors. So all you have to do is unthread this counterclockwise, look for the minus, and then the minus side of the battery will be this side, and just slide that in. We'll have to continue that with all 10 of the sensors. Just make sure you get that cap on tight once the battery's in. Now we'll take our monitor here. Right now it's in the monitoring mode. We need to get it into learn mode so we can install all of our sensors. So to do that, we'll just push down on the down and up button at the same time, push and hold. Now it's in learn mode. You can see the left front on the RV is flashing. So now I'll go outside and take the, doesn't matter which sensor you do, but once I plug this into the left front tire, give it about 5 seconds and it should pop up on this screen. Once we do that, we'll go on to the next one. So to go to the right front, you'll hit the up arrow, and we'll work our way down through all of the tires. Now we're here at the RV, at the left front tire. Just need to unscrew the valve stem cap that's on the vehicle now and install our sensor. Kind of tricky with these hubcaps, but should thread on. So you'll hear some air release as you're tightening it down. Once the air release sound stops and you hear a beep on your monitor, that means the sensor is working right and it's reading the pressure. So we'll just have to work our way down each tire and install all of our sensors. This monitor is the same one that they sell in other kits with more sensors than what is included in this 10 sensor kit. So at this point we are done installing our sensors onto the RV. We just have a single axle. So there's all of those. We're ready to move on to the towed vehicle. So we'll move down past the RV onto this section, and the monitors will install the same way on our towed vehicle. If you make the same mistake I just did and kind of speed through too fast and set up the sensor, let's see, right here I installed the right rear sensor on the car while it was flashing on the left rear. All you'll have to do is take that sensor off and then swap it over to the correct one, because once you learn them, it's just going to save this sensor. So as long as you swap it over everything should be good. When it comes to mounting the monitor here inside the RV, it's really just a personal opinion where you want it. It's not something that you really need to be staring at the whole time you're driving down the road. So I would most likely put it up here on this window, or maybe make a bracket over there. But I'll just show you how it would install. On the back of here, this is a sticky suction cup. So just peel that plastic off, stick it on a windshield, and close that. That will suction it. Once you have that ready, you'll take this magnet portion, loosen that up, then tighten it down. And once you have that all mounted where you like it, it's just a magnet. This arm does bend, and you can also rotate this. So anywhere you see fit, mount that up. It's super easy to do.